This is Adam, and he suffers from gout. Try Urol. It helps to prevent crystallization of uric acid crystals in gout therapy. Urol, effective urinary alkalinizer for gout.
Hello, I'm Camelia and this is Kini News. Will we see a showdown between Rafizi Ramli and Najib Razak's camp happening soon? Meanwhile, one individual mentioned by Rafizi has stepped up in response to facing the minister in his podcast.
I am ready to face Najib Razak's representatives in my podcast Yang Bakar Menteri, said Economy Minister Rafizi Ramli. The PKR lawmaker was also prepared to expose the identity of Lim Sian Si, the character behind the propaganda campaign defending 1MDB. However, Rafizi, who is undergoing medical treatment, said he will need to get Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim and UMNO President Ahmad Zaid Hamidi's views first before proceeding with the idea. This comes amid UMNO Supreme Council member Muhammad Puat Zakarshi and former party member Isham Jalil criticising the minister, especially on national economics. The Pandan MP said he has not yet responded to the duo as it may cloud the relationship between the government and UMNO. Apart from Puat and Isham's criticism, Lim also previously challenged Rafizi to meet on the podcast. Rafizi said he had no problem accepting the trio's challenge as he once had challenged Najib to a debate. Meanwhile, the Political Observer has accepted Rafizi's challenge and requested a separate podcast session from Isham and Puat so it can be a one-to-one session with Rafizi.
Another claim of broker agents trying to bring more Perikatan Nasional MPs to support Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim has surfaced, this time from Rampin MP Abdul Khalib Abdullah.
The opposition lawmaker said he first received an email from the alleged broker last October, wanting to discuss a development project in his constituency. Speaking to reporters in Muazzam Shah yesterday, Abdul Khalib said they contacted him between the months of December and January, asking what aid he needs as well as to meet. Khalib said this was when he started to feel something was not right and instead told the alleged broker to contact his aide. He declined to reveal the identity of the person but said that Mersing MP Muhammad Islahuddin Abbas was also approached with a similar offer. Khalib also dismissed claims by Bukit Gantang MP that more opposition lawmakers would be switching sides, including one from Pahang. He added that in Pahang, there are only him and Indra Makota MP Saifuddin Abdullah who do not support Anwar. The first-time MP said he would remain steadfast with Bersatu and would serve his constituents even without funding from Putrajaya. Khalid believed the 6 Perikatan Nasional MPs who defected to support Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim were also likely contacted by the same broker.
Meanwhile, no lawmaker has submitted a motion to move a motion of no confidence against Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim in the upcoming Parliament session. Dewan Rakyat Speaker Johari Abdul confirmed this during a media briefing in Parliament today.
This was despite intense speculation in December and January about the opposition moving to muster support to oust Anwar through what some dubbed the Dubai move. In December, it was alleged that Perikatan Nasional leaders had met with those on the government bench to plot defections. Deputy Prime Minister Ahmad Zaid Hamidi claimed that the plot was real, while multiple PN leaders denied its existence. The Dewan Rakyat will convene next Monday, February 26th, starting with the royal address from the Yang di-Pertuan Agong. At present, the government has 147 MPs, just one shy of a two-thirds majority. 6 Bersatu MPs have also declared support for Anwar, although this has yet to be put to a test during a block vote. The last motion of confidence in Parliament was in December 2022, when Anwar sought to solidify his position as Prime Minister. The motion passed with a voice vote, with the opposition declining to call for a block vote.
A PKR MP has questioned whether the Bumiputra Group has benefited from the privileges under the Federal Constitution or is being manipulated by a selected few.
The upcoming Bumiputra Economic Congress 2024 need to review if the Bumiputra privileges under Article 153 of the Federal Constitution actually benefited the group. The proposal was brought forward by Pasir Gudang MP Hassan Abdul Karim in a Facebook post yesterday. Hassan questioned if the affirmative action policy has instead been hijacked and manipulated by some Bumiputra elites and their cronies. Article 153 of the Federal Constitution states that the Yang di-Pertuan Agong is responsible for safeguarding the special position of the Malays and natives of Sabah and Sarawak. These include quotas for education, scholarships, public service positions, as well as licenses and permits for businesses. Hassan's prod at Article 153 is in response to Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim stating that the upcoming Congress, despite having Bumiputra in the title, would also involve Chinese and Indian communities' participation. The PKR lawmaker welcomed the Prime Minister's inclusive approach but hoped the Congress would not discuss rhetorical matters. He added that the Congress should also review the notion of race-based policies and instead focus on class division of the people's lives and needs. The Bumiputra Economic Congress 2024 is scheduled to take place from February 29th to March 2nd in Putrajaya.
Moving on to the next story, PAS welcomes all initiatives to uphold Sharia law despite being disappointed with the recent federal court ruling on Kelantan Sharia Criminal Code.
PAS Secretary-General Taqiyuddin Hassan has called for an immediate resolution to the debate among Muslims about the position of Sharia laws in the country. He claimed that the debate stemmed from court judgments that challenged and nullified Sharia laws, thus exposing the religious laws to the possibility of other invalidations. In a statement, he said PAS hopes all interested parties across party lines will be invited to share their views. Following the federal court's decision earlier this month to nullify 16 Kelantan Sharia criminal provisions, Taqiyuddin lamented that it was a Black Friday for the country's Sharia system. He, however, defended his use of the term, saying it was a normal response as a lawyer whenever a case did not go his way. Previously, Sultan Selangor Sultan Sharafuddin Idris Shah said reactions like calling the court's decision a Black Friday had caused confusion among Muslims. Meanwhile, Taqiyuddin said PAS supports the initiatives carried out by the National Council for Islamic Religious Affairs, chaired by the Selangor ruler. This includes the efforts of the Special Committee to study the competencies of state legislative assemblies in enacting Islamic laws and propose amendments to the Federal Constitution and federal laws if necessary.
For many Pakatan Harapan supporters, the golden age of PAS was when Nik Abdul Aziz Nikmat led the party during the Pakatan Rakyat days. However, current party leaders said the reality is that the party during Nik Aziz's time was no different than what it is now.
PAS Secretary-General Taqiyuddin Hassan pointed out it was under Nik Aziz's leadership as Menteri Besar that Kelantan passed its first hudud law. Speaking in a dialogue between PAS leaders and the Chinese media in Kuala Lumpur yesterday, Taqiyuddin reminded that Nik Aziz received criticism for the passing of the hudud law in 1993. He was responding to a statement that when Nik Aziz was around, the non-Muslims were confident with PAS due to the perception that it was led by open-minded ulama. However, this changed after the former Kelantan Menteri Besar passed away and PAS later purged its professional faction. Commenting on this, Kapa MP Dr. Halimah Ali stressed that Abdul Hadi Awang was the party president during the Pakatan period, while Nik Aziz was only the spiritual advisor. Meanwhile, Taqiyuddin said the change in perception towards the Islamist party was merely politics and not an issue about the party's core values, which remain unchanged. He also dismissed claims that PAS was out to curtail non-Muslim rights. Likewise, Vice President Ahmad Samsuri Mokhtar said the party had not abandoned the PAS for all principle it espoused during the Pakatan days.
The Home Ministry is seeking an accurate picture related to the 3 leaders of Islamic NGOs in Malaysia who are listed in the United States Terrorist Screening Center by the FBI. Its Minister Saifuddin Nasution Ismail said he had contacted Inspector General of Police Razaruddin Hussain regarding the matter.
Speaking in a press conference today, Saifuddin said he only found out about the matter 2 days ago and will check the exact facts before issuing any statement. It was reported that the Foreign Ministry had instructed for the 3 individuals on the list to no longer be involved with Ops Ihsan, which oversees the delivery of humanitarian aid from Malaysia to the people of Palestine in Gaza. Earlier, Islamic NGO Dunia Melayu Dunia Islam General Manager Abu Bakar Abdul is baffled at the FBI linking him to terrorists. Denying any involvement with terrorist groups, the activist said he was unaware that his name was included in the FBI's terrorist screening center list. Abu Bakar is one of 3 Malaysian leaders from different Islamic NGOs who have been placed on the FBI list for being actively involved in sending aid to West Asia.
And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to Kinitv.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook for the latest news updates. If you'd like to support independent media, do consider subscribing to MalaysiaKini.com. I'm Kimilia. Thanks for watching.